Shehu Kuti has I don't know what to say about him, but he had shown his true character. He made a lot of mistakes. He shouldn't have said a word about your decision to publish the audio. We know what Nigeria is capable of doing. By the time this fight you are doing begin to touch their own person, you will see that you will gather a lot of enemies, even more than you have at the moment. And one of the person I want you to watch closely is Shehu Kuti. That guy is a chameleon. He's a snake, right? He said the other time that go talk it out. He said he was the first person you called, according to him. And the video evidence is still online, is on his page. Everybody can go and watch. I love Shehu Kuti. I like his the way he talk. But I don't know how he feel anymore, because I've already lost my trust in whatever he has to say. Because someone that can come out and tell you that go and fight, talk it out, and then by the time that fight begins to touch his uncle, he now have a different approach to that same fight. I believe VDM wouldn't have published that video, and I know it's because he respects Shehu Kuti very well. That was why he sent him the audio, or he talked to him about his decision to publish the audio. And there's no way he will publish that audio without telling him those that are involved. I don't believe that discussion will be held without VDM telling him those that are involved in the matter. I believe he must have mentioned the name of his uncle. And one of the things I believe is that he might not even believe that this will be a big fight. He thought maybe it's just a social dragging, all those social media drags that happen, regular drags. He has done it several times. No attraction. He's not gained any major attraction. Maybe he believed it was going to be that kind of a fight. And then all of a sudden, government pick interest in the whole thing. And he's changing his position. And also, not only Shehu Kuti, I don't like the approach of Nigerian mainstream medias to this case. They are deviating from the main issue here. This guy said that there is a corruption going on in prison. That is a Nigeria Correctional Center. And in EFCC, there's a corruption. Allegedly, there's a corruption going on in those offices. And you are coming out and picking out individuals and start talking about the way he talked to these people, the way he did this, the way he did that, that the action or the approach of our mainstream media in Nigeria is killing the whistle-blowing movement. People will not come out to blow any other whistle. People will see corruption and they will close their mouths, because they know by the time you begin to touch those you love, those that give support to your media houses, when you have legal cases, those that will back you up, maybe touch one lawyer that you respect so much, or one lawyer you have as your whatever you have, you change your mouth. Or maybe when it start touching one of your political party, maybe who may have one way or the other supported your media ministry, and you notice that person reputation is about to go down the line, it's about to go down for doing the bad thing, you change the narrative, you change your approach to the whole thing. Now everybody are going to be discouraged from whistle blowing. And of course, I will advise Nigerians, if you see, don't talk, close your mouth. Because when you talk about it, the country itself will turn against you. And that is not a situation you will want to find yourself. Though I will not categorically come out and start running a campaign against encouraging people not to talk, not to speak out yet, until we are able to see the outcome of the investigation done by the House. If the House are not able to do proper investigation, I think it will only be right for us to come out and encourage our citizens not to come out to do anything called whistleblowing or to even talk about any politician anymore. If the country is good, it will be good for all of us. And if the country is bad, it will be bad for all of us. Right? So, the case of whistleblowing should be encouraged instead of turning the whole thing against those that does the whistleblowing. And the way they were interrogating Very Dark Man that day was annoying to me, and I liked his confidence by saying that he was not going to speak. If I was the one, I would do the same. I will not speak. I will not speak. Right? I know there are so many people with different opinions to these whole issues, but my own interest is the nation, right? My interest is not in the person, it's in the nation. It's in what involve our country, what involve our unity, what involve our growth as a nation. Nigeria, this country ought to be better. We are 64 years old man that has no sense, to be honest. I'm not insulting the flag of the nations, but I'm saying the reality. Nigeria is 64 years old man with no direction. And when someone or people who have the passion to push the country forward, who has the passion to put the country on the map, to make sure that take out the bad eggs in our systems, and the country turn against those people, that shows so well that we are not ready as a nation yet. And this country has no vision. As a 64 years old country that we are, we have no vision. If we have visions, we will protect those that expose corruption. We will not interrogate them. We will rather use whatever evidence they give to us to do our finding and make sure that those that are involved, if there are anyone involved, if you find out to be true, that people are involved as alleged, those will be brought to book. In my own opinion, that is what the House would have done. Bring a Very Dark Man secretly, let him be your partner. He's the one with the first-hand information, and he even have more. According to him, he came with more. His lawyer was saying it the other time, we even came with more to bring to you. If you work with this person as a partner, rather than the person you are working, the way you place him now, work with him as a partner rather than the way you are placing him now, obviously you will get more from him, and I think your investigation would have been more seamless. But my own allegation now is, it looks as if the House are scared of the prison officials, and the EFCC also. It's like the House, those that are running the investigation, are scared of these two offices, because of course you are corrupt, and the politicians, you can fall into, as a politician, you can fall into you can fall out any day with EFCC. You can fall out any day with EFCC as a politician. So that gives you every reason to be scared. That gives you every single reason to be scared. But that should not be the case. You shouldn't be scared of anybody. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. He who has a clean hands will not run away from issues. You can only be running away, hiding yourself, when your hands are not clean. Please, National Assembly, look into this matter and make sure that you don't drag yourself into this whole mess. Even if this investigation is to go on for 10 years, we will not see any positive result, any good result coming out of it. Do you all remember that honorable member of your mic case? How many of you remember what happened? And how many of you know what the outcome is or was. Because till now, we've not seen any outcome. We've seen a lot of investigation done by these same people in the past years, and we see nothing, we see no result. We've lost faith in the country already. So even if we've not lost faith, a lot of citizens had already lost faith in the country. A good number of citizens are losing faith in the country. Here we are again to talk about something trending, an issue that is of concern to everyone at the moment. Very dark man, EFCC, Bobrisky, and a whole lot of trend. Femi Falana and Mr. Faust, the bad guy. And now we see a video that is coming out from left, right, and center. Mr. Sheun Kuti came out with the first video that said that I told very dark man to talk it out, say it out. I said it with my full chest. But now, after Femi came out not to take the whole allegation lightly, I saw Shehu Kuti pulling back, telling us another different story. That's very dark man, no dey hear word. And from the whole thing, you should be able to see that those that are leading us in this country are not ready to change. They are not ready to amend their way. They are not ready to make anything like better for anyone. If you can see it from their body language when you were interrogated at the last interrogation you had with the rep members, it was somehow funny to me, because when I saw when the EFCC lady came out to give his own presentation, we call that presentation because there is nothing investigative there. That is not the process of investigation according to how the House of Rep should do it. That is not how they should do it. There is a way the investigation of House of Rep supposed to be done. House of Rep have their own way of doing it, but that is another different thing for a different video. The leaders are not doing what they are supposed to do, and I know VDM, you cannot change that now. Only you cannot do this fight. It has to be the fight of a nation. Remember when Sowore was arrested when he was coming to Nigeria? Troops came to the national airport. What am I saying? National airport, and everything was settled within only God knows how long it took. Sowore was released because he has the backing of the people. My advice to you is, please, you can just withdraw back a bit, form alliance with those that have the same vibe. When I say vibe, you know what I mean. The same vision with you, that can take this course with you. Not those that fight for political recognition. Because, when you drag government, and they notice that is bringing bad publicity for them, you know what the government will do? They will call you, I don't know, they've never called me before, so I will not say anything so that they will not sue me. But you know what our government is good at doing. Don't fight with those that have personal interest. Although you need to have personal interest. As you said in one of your own video, that a fight has to be personal before it becomes a fight. Right? You've taken the fight of Nigeria personal. If it happens that these people form something against you now, who is your godfather to call to book a VIP place for you? You don't have one, according to you. And you know what the prison officers are already telling you. According to you, in one of your videos today, you said that they told you to come to a meeting. Now. You know, when all these security agencies begin to persuade you for a meeting, you should know that there is something fishy around it, right? And kudos to your barrister, your lawyer, for giving a good advice by telling you that, we are not going anywhere. Stay at home. Be safe. As one doctor was saying today online, I think it's good for you, and it's high time for you to make this thing like a public fight. Get it registered so that people can register with they have their card. When there is a fight, people go in troop, and some of us will be ready to fight be behind you, right? Be ready to follow you to do the fight, to make sure we liberate our country, we save our country from the hands of criminals. I'm not calling anyone criminals, but we know there are criminals everywhere, and we just need to save our country from the hand of those. The only way to do that is make these fights a public fight. Now it's personal enough. Involve other people. Look at what Brekete family is doing. Though I have my own reservation as to how they get their things done, how they choose their battles, how they select those they fight. Their fight is selected. I know people bring fight to them, but when it comes to like a fight or fight against corruption, I think they are very, very selective with the kind of fight they do. Aside from the help they render to individuals, that's I have nothing to talk about. But when it comes to the fights against corruption, they are very selective. I'm not seeing you being selective anytime soon, and I don't see you as a fighter that back off because he has a threat from a stronger opposition. I don't see you to be that kind of a fighter. So that being said, is a very huge advantage to you that you fight like a lion, but it's not enough that you are fighting alone. Let it be like Nigerians fight. Let it be a national fight against corruption. Instead of this personal fight you're doing, it's overwhelming. And I think I feel for you. It's not pity per se. I feel for you. I feel the way you fight. I feel your struggle to make sure the country is better. Your fight against internet fraudsters, and your fight against corrupt individuals who borrow money or use people for their own personal interest, and then not giving back to those that deserve whatever it is that they deserve from them. I understand the fight, but you know what I'm talking about. Please, Nigerians, let's join our hand together and make sure we make our country a better place to live. I love you all. Till I see you on the next video. If you found value from this video, please make sure you subscribe and leave your like on this video. Share with your loved ones. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let's make our country a better place. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.